What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to, once again, like I talked in my previous video about the Demarcus Cousins trade, I'm going to be talking about NBA super teams and why I think that they're bad for the NBA. Now, for many reasons, I always have been feeling bad about the super teams, even as far back as the Miami Heat. I just don't really feel as if the super teams really create that much more of an interest whenever now I believe lots of people are seeing it because it's gone to such an extreme now. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to argue whether or not what part you think is too bad or whether or not you think it's bad to this point. The real reason why I'm making this video is because, well, this morning watching ESPN First Take, actually, I'm sitting here and I'm seeing these people actually going like, I understand why Demarcus Cousins did this. I understand this, and it doesn't make any sense to me. As far as whenever I hear NBA players, and usually it's NBA players or other professional athletes defending these big moves or team players forcing their way out of a complete situation, which I'm okay with players moving around. To me, but if you already have a good team or you're in a situation where you can actually compete, why leave that situation and go to a team that's already set? That's my only problem. Now, I've been hearing a lot also about these talks about, well, maybe Demarcus Cousins will actually be bad for them. He's such a bad presence in the locker room and so many things. And he doesn't play great defense and all this for their system. And I'm like, no, that's not actually the case at all. If anything, you're talking about replacing Zaza Pachulia, JaVale McGee, and all their minutes with Demarcus Cousins. That's the obvious upgrade. Not every player on the Golden State Warriors is this great athletic slashing player with length. It's not that at all. The situation of why they even have to switch so much is only because of Steph Curry. If Steph Curry was a bigger or better defender as far as that way, then you wouldn't have to even worry about switching. Players would have stuck with their man. If you watch the NBA playoffs this year, you've been seeing lots of switching automatically. Like, teams would even just attempt to set a screen and they automatically switch, which to me makes no sense. Where Demarcus Cousins is obviously a great defender. He averages a good amount of blocks and over still a game. So I don't understand the reason to think he wouldn't be able to play defense. I understand he plays a style of basketball that would sort of slow down the Warriors' pace, but he can also play faster pace, and he's another great rebounder for you to have inside the paint. Which leads me to my case of this, which is that it's not going to ruin their chemistry there in Golden State. He's not going to play half of the year almost. That stops him from getting technicals for basically half the year, which basically saves him for the entire playoffs. You're not going to worry about him, oh, how many technicals does he have? Because he's not going to get in that big of a situation there. He gets to learn the system while rehabbing off of it. He can learn to play with the teammates before he goes into the actual game, where most teams, whenever you make a transition like that, you've got like 2 months at most of practicing off season in there, so you're taking vacations. It's not really serious time until you actually can learn the whole entire system, right? Or he'll have an entire half a year almost to learn it. But with these players, they're sitting here like they should have the right to choose where they want to go, and I'm okay once again with them choosing to go to different places they think are more better as far as a living condition and all that. But when it comes to winning and all these other things, this is the point of the rings situation. I feel like we put out all that pressure that you can't be compared to this guy unless you got this many rings, or you're doing this, or you at least won a ring. You're not even going to be known. That is just not true. We all know the fact that rings themselves don't make the player. We don't judge a player basically just on rings. We judge a player on what was your contribution to the ring? If you're a part of a team that, oh yeah, you're just gonna win the ring, it's like the Olympics today. Is there really, do we go like, this guy's got 3 gold medals, he's got 2 gold medals, that's an amazing accomplishment with the US team? No. But if somebody like Spain or Greece or anywhere like that won a gold medal, then they're beating the US team. That's a more bigger accomplishment. That's a huge upset. That obviously shows that you're doing a whole lot more, where the rest of it is not that situation. Now, with that, I just believe the fact that these teams, they need to have competition. There needs to be changes. This player movement, it's too much as far as I'm concerned. There's no surprise in the NBA. I've made my prediction 2 years in a row, and I mean, I've gotten it right. I didn't mention the sweep before the sweep happened, but I already knew that was going to happen. I mean, it's kind of obvious that the East is nowhere near the level of the West, and then not only that, the Warriors are like a whole level above the entire West now with this. And with the Rockets, which I'm going to make in other videos, and the Pelicans, I'm going to talk about why they're going to decline off, really, of where they were. But guys, just I guess I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this news. Do you think the fact that this is something that is bad for the NBA? I definitely think it is. And just, what do you think they can do to really solve a situation like this? And guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to become part of the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.